Welcome back to Day Rates, where the only one who cares about this show is me, Joel.
Come on, man. You've been fucking riding my ass all week about this shit. You know how many PDFs I've been putting together this week? So many, all right?
Just think you should care more, that's all.
You know what's keeping Day Rates afloat? PDFs.
Don't you ever!
Leave that violence at the door, all right?
Alright.
Fucking Jesus.
I fucking hate you so much. Welcome back to Day Rates, the show where we talk about design.
And money.
All right, so before we get into today's conversation / topic,
Family Fun Design Corner. Sing it with me now. Family Fun.
Okay, today we're talking about Aristide Benoit.
Love it.
We always choose the hardest names to pronounce. Aristide is a developer who focuses on motion and interaction.
Nice.
So I thought that was a nice change of pace because this guy still works in the field of motion, although this guy's making stuff for websites with code, which is crazy.
It looks great. I see Waka Waka already, and I like that.
Great typeface.
Nice notches.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like cool hover style stuff with like displacement maps and shit like that.
Yeah, nice.
But actually like with code, a lot of like WebGL stuff.
Got nice layouts, good fonts.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's like the designer.
Or he makes the crazy stuff happen.
I'm pretty sure he just makes the crazy stuff happen on most of it. Like he might do his like design as well, but I think a lot of it he works with designers.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting a phone call. Hey, what's going on? You're on Day Rates.
A pregnant wife, Miles? Come on. What about Day Rates? Yeah, so this guy works a lot, I would say, with like JavaScript and that sort of thing. I mean, he's got his skills over here on his Dribble account. CSS, HTML5, JavaScript, PHP, shaders, WebGL. WebGL's crazy, but yeah, this guy's really talented. He understands like motion and that sort of thing. He's like,
it's crazy what people do with development these days. Like you just see all that interactive motion stuff. I just wouldn't even know where to start. If this guy's not a designer and he's a developer, he's definitely got himself linked up with good designers because there's a nice consistency across this stuff.
But yeah, so check out Aristide Benoit's work. We'll leave a link in the description below.
Nice. That was a good family fun design corner.
It was, apart from the intro. All right, so what are we talking about today, Miles?
Talking about dope motion memes.
And just chatting about them.
Just chatting about how accurate they are. First meme, the car and van and truck meme. When you start poking around in an After Effects project that someone else set up, I mean, the most accurate.
Yeah. Pre-comps within pre-comps.
We had clients ask us for our project files every time now. It seems like it's really common, and
I don't even check now. Now I just like, well, this is how we did it. This is how it is.
Yeah, back in the day, we'd like clean everything up and try to. But you know what? If they didn't ask at the start of the project, then you get whatever the files at the end of the project.
Yeah.
It's not up to us to look like we're more professional than we are.
Yeah, I'll check if I've said fuck in there or something.
Yeah, I don't want to say butthole on a layer.
But if there's like some assets in there that aren't being used or there's pre-comps within pre-comps, eat a dick. I don't care. Wild stuff. All right.
Can get boned.
Next meme. Yeah. That's a great
Dinosaur.
meme. That's a great meme.
This is so legit. I'm feeling this so recently. I look at the best work and then my shit is just not there. But that's what you get, you know? Like it's a learning, you know, you look at the best work, especially Instagram just throws up like whatever the most like 400,000 people like it. It's the best thing. The person's famous. Of course, it's going to be really good work. And if you're some dickhole in Sydney, you're not going to make that shit right away.
Yeah.
You know, you got to put in some effort first.
Yeah, this guy like starved and like for years to do his art and shit like that. We're just like, how do we quickly do that? Is there a plugin? Is there a dragon plugin? I just click the dragon button.
Also, like this is I'm just doing it for an Insta post. So how do I do this in
Yeah,
1 hour max? And also too, this is a funny thing. Like you show your clients, if it's a good process or it's for branding something, you kind of got to show them a lot of reference stuff up front.
So they expect this shit.
And then they're like, well, I think I'll get something buck quality. But you're like, yeah, but do you have $200,000? Because we'll do it.
Yeah, exactly right.
But then it's like, yeah, but we have $5,000 and you got 3 days. So yeah.
You're not getting it.
So, you know.
You're getting Chrome Dinosaur game.
Yeah, exactly. But also, you know, if you do a good Chrome Dinosaur, pretty good, you know?
We're going to show Chrome Dinosaur as a reference now and do worse than that.
Yeah, because I over-design the shit out of everything. I'm trying to just do some simpler stuff at the moment. And I'm trying to look at simpler references too. And not trying to over-detail that. Because I always look at like, I'm trying to do 3D and I'll look at like mech references where they're super complex. And it's just like, why am I even looking at this? I don't even really want to do this.
Yeah, it's too hectic.
So why don't I just take it back down a notch and then see how I can integrate motion into something that looks a little simpler. Calm your references, people. Calm them down. Waiting around for my render to finish.
That's the perfect face for it, eh?
I love it.
Dude, it's very good.
Yeah, it is very good.
So relevant.
Plus, he's just got like a hectic face, so
He has a really good face.
Quentin Tarantino, like immediate comedy just looking at his face. I go back to the meme. Especially with the 3D stuff, I'll watch each frame clear and I'm like, why am I doing this?
We legitimately can't have a game of foosball if he's rendering something because he's always just looking back at the render, just like checking it out. I'm just like, dude, pay attention.
Yeah, but the sweet frames. You know what I mean?
And I beat him 10-1.
It's never happened. But who beat someone 10?
Anyway, the next meme. Let's check out the memes.
It's always fun to see one of your projects out in the wild. And it's a dumpster going through a river.
I didn't realize it was a dumpster. That's so good.
It's like through a flooded whatever.
Dude, this is so legit too.
Very relevant though. I think it's on many levels because either you hand client something and they've misused it so aggressively.
Yes.
Or you did terrible work and now it's out there getting no love and doing terribly.
100%.
Put into like a blog post shared on LinkedIn and you're like, well, this is my life.
Oh yeah, it's like this is our Facebook cover photo at the wrong dimensions.
Yeah, exactly. It's a frame from your video stretched to be the cover photo. I did a video for someone and that became their homepage. Like just the video on full screen.
Oh my God.
That happened a few times actually at startups because they're like, well, we need to explain the concept. So we'll get an explainer video, which is really nice. Thank you. We like making explainer videos. And if you need an explainer video done, come to us because we do them. But then they spend all their budget on that now and they're like, well, bang for buck. Full page. That's the website now. So...
But also, it's in the wrong codec.
yeah, exactly. It's so grainy.
File type.
And it's not even hosted on like something. It's just hosted on like the WordPress thing. So it's had to be compressed.
God damn it.
And then when you click it, then you realize how terrible the motion was. And I'm like, oh, I fucked that scene up. So. No, our scenes are great. You got to hire us. Look at the reel.
Well, I have one of these going at the moment. I think we just finished it, but it was a job where like once you finally got to the end and it got approved, they're like, okay, now roll it out across 1 million different dimensions for 1 million different places.
Should look fine.
Yeah.
When another artist starts talking about their short film they're working on over the weekend, and then
yeah,
SpongeBob. I mean,
this is me and you right now.
Yes.
You just post some shit on Instagram. It's like super dope, and I'm like, what did I do on the weekend?
It's like everyone in this industry, we all have our own creative personal things, and we're all trying to do it as an arms race to like somehow get ahead and like get forward in this career and figure out new shit. So it becomes like a weird insular thing where you're really impressed by each other's work, but also there's a slight competitive edge to things.
That's very true.
You can't help it. It's like unavoidable.
And it's also like how the same kind of, everyone does like the same kind of, something will come up with, I don't know, give me an example.
Flat design. That's too standard. I don't know, like stretch type.
Yeah, okay, stretch type. Everyone's going to be fucking doing that. And as soon as the one gun person does it, it's kind of dead.
Yeah, that spot's blown up. Everyone go to a new spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everyone just wants to figure out their own thing, but they also want it to be liked.
That's exactly right.
It's so fucking difficult to just... Anyway, being creative jobs are fun. Get a creative job.
Yeah, creative jobs.
I am doing a short film at the moment, and it's really about just the creative process. And I'm trying to do just...
All right, next meme. Next to GIF meme.
I love this meme. What's actually happening in this thing? The one artist... the one artist in the office who actually knows how to use Houdini, and it's got some like call center dude floating.
What is it doing?
It's crazy.
Why is this happening?
I don't know. It's like you are Jesus if you actually know what you're doing. This is a trend too. I notice there's a lot of Houdini stuff and everyone's like, I do Houdini now. I'm a serious artist, blah, blah, blah. But they all just have like hordes of floppy men falling over.
Yes.
Whatever. Like,
fuck that. I fucking hate that shit.
Everywhere. It's relentless.
At the start when that first started happening, I was just like, fuck. People are making like floppy people. This is crazy.
Shit,
but I didn't realize it was just like, just drop floppy on person.
Standard model. And then there's just like crowd dynamics for things once you've got your shit.
Me working on a client project, me working on a personal project. Very correct. We're just talking about this.
Yeah, this is life. It's true though. I think it's because client projects come with a clear concept or something that needs to get communicated. So that's handed to you. The moment you have to come up with the concept yourself, I feel like I drift on that for a long time. And then because there's no parameters like a brand guide or anything like that, I can design however I want. And then turns out I can make some terrible choices. Yeah. So I think that's why it's really difficult.
Yeah, it is very difficult.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like I said on another episode, how we're doing that promo with all those digital products in there.
Yeah.
But you have to design the digital products and essentially you design a brand behind that.
Yeah.
To do the fucking video.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
So yeah, I think probably it's a mix of not enough restriction on stuff. And also you probably end up doing a lot of stuff that's not actually in your wheelhouse just to finish a full thing from end to end. So.
Yeah, that's true. I get super excited about the first thing you did and you're just like, but it needed text on it, but you just throw the text on there rather than really try and make it look good. Classic.
Fucking life, oh life. Oh life, oh life.
Well, I'm a sucker for Bobby. I'm gonna have to click this.
That's not bad, actually.
Clients exist. Producers, whoa. It's a lot of darts.
I guess like we relate to this because we're our own producers.
Yeah.
And it's so. I think it would be hard if that was your whole job. I know that for producers, they're probably like, great, we're in the industry and we're doing stuff and we're making these projects happen, which is great. A lot of like creative people, we have the outlet. You get to like make the thing. So there's a bit of, sucks getting client feedback, but at least then we get to go create stuff in between. There's like a whole other thing. It would suck if your whole job was just dealing with the feedback.
Dude.
And deadlines and timelines, and that was it. Like,
and creatives being like, and you're just like, please.
Yeah, because you'd be like, don't change this, and then we're both guilty of this, but like, when you just like, I don't want to change shit, like, fuck yourself.
Yeah,
you
this
gotta
is
just
it.
ball up, but help your producers out, make the changes. Yeah, boy.
We've had this many a times.
Me making pop juice and it's ranch.
Like, it's been called different types of juice. I mean, it's been called...
Oh, yeah. We had to drop a client because they kept telling us to make the icon sexy.
Yeah, sexy.
Make them plump.
We've had plump. We've had whiz bang. Make it more whiz bang.
Oh, gotta increase the width. This is all the one client, actually. Oh. Anyway, they got fucking bounced, you know what I mean?
What you get?
I ain't making shit sexy.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
They're plump enough.
And I remember doing that job and being like, okay, I get it. Whiz bang. I know what she's talking about. Doing a little bit, bam, blah, 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 yeah. And then he sent it to her and she's like, no, I meant like this. And then sends me a reference that's like...
It's an icon kit.
Anything but whiz bang.
Yeah, it's... Think about, that one animated icon kit that everyone uses. It's that kit.
No, that's what I thought whiz bang was. But then it ended up being like decent tracked text on footage, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, how is that whiz bang?
Yeah. No.
Whiz bang is icon.
The sexy and plump, that was the icon kit.
Yeah, so any potential clients out there, don't do that.
Beside note too, ranch is fucking dope on everything.
You know what? You're gonna think I'm a weirdo. Never had ranch.
I fucking recommend it. You know what's the thing, like Americans do it, but you dip your pizza in ranch.
I have seen that, yeah.
Blows my dick off every time. I'm always like...
Gross.
So think
I'm branching out myself. Well, yeah, I've honestly never tried ranch.
Well,
so fucking...
Check back in next week and we'll do the ranch tasting sessions.
Dude.
We're gonna line up 10 cups of ranch. We're gonna give our boys first sample.
Ew, it sounds so sexual somehow.
Pepsi challenge, but with ranch.
Director, we can just fix that in post. Ha 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 ha. Me. So relevant too.
I mean, we've done a few filming jobs in our time or like work with things and clients say like crazy shit. They're like, can you just comp out the weird smudges on our actual products? Like, why don't we just dust it with a rag right now?
Or like remove that plastic rubbish in the background.
It's like, this is the fixed footage. You're sending us, this is the this is the corrected footage from the bad footage you sent us. Just take the bag out. I don't know who would see a bag of garbage in a shot and be like, it's literally as like the product and a bag of garbage. And it's like, I'll keep it in there.
And then send it to me. While this person is still there, they were still there.
Just take another shot.
Do it again. There wasn't like a fucking boom shot with an explosion or anything. It was
off an
just
iPhone.
holding with a phone. Just, all right, I'm going to share this one because I like Wayne's World.
Nice. I don't know if we understand this one though.
Oh, okay.
Mom, Dad, my new reel.
Oh, fuck, dude. Relevant as fuck.
Yeah, this is us because we're two fresh boys and...
They don't understand at all, man.
I understand, but also it's like, no one gives a shit about your reel sometimes. So it's like, nice. Mom's like, that's really cool, But they say it in a way with like, they don't...
It's neat.
It's not really their jam either, but it's kind of like...
And you can see it in their faces that look what it's like, shout out to Mum.
Oi, shout out to Shaz,
Dude,
Joel's mum.
She'll always give you the love and be like, that's fucking great, but you can see, it's like, I don't get it.
But you're still a special boy.
I know, I'm a special boy. But yeah, Dad just not even try. Be like, looks good, yeah. And then just like back to whatever the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, dads have just less RAM in general for like faking it.
Yeah, dude.
Just like, yeah, cartoons, cool.
Dude, back to the names.
Me waiting around my home office for someone to book me.
Dude, that scares the shit out of me, man.
I mean, I think, yeah. Because we have quiet moments as a studio, but luckily we have each other. So we'll just be like, well, we'll do a promo or something. And
foosball.
Yeah, foosball. But it would be hard if you're just a freelancer sitting at home being like, fuck.
I mean, you had to do this for a while. I never done this.
For a long time, yeah.
I've never done this, and it scares me.
When I started the studio, I felt like a retiree. And I'm sure like most freelancers feel this, but I'd be like, well, no one's calling. And then I go to Coles at like 11:30 to do the weekly shopping. I did like way more of the cooking. The house was always clean. I was just like a housewife at home.
Dude.
Yeah, pretty legit. Also, this meme's great because there's a picture of Spider-Man behind. It's so good. But for people waiting around, like it does, I think that's the problem with freelancing or working for yourself is when it gets quiet for a second, you think, well, it's going to be quiet forever now. It really does comes in, especially if you're in a project-based industry, that you're going to have lulls. You can't book everything perfectly all the time. You're not a robot. So give it a week, update your reel, and then just see what happens. You'll be okay, or you won't. If you're watching this, you're probably in real trouble, all right? You better get back to work. We love this animation, and then just one thing, and it's the fucking Christian Bale hacking through a human being. This is life.
This is it.
Client feedback just sucks. This is what it is. Even if it's like a little stuff, and the just one thing is always a devastating axe to the head. It just always is, you know?
Wait, sometimes though, it's like just this one thing and you're like, fuck you, man. And then
Bring
they
it
like
on.
change that word and you're like, oh my God, it was just one thing. Everything will be fine.
You just grab that client by the head and just
Never leave.
fucking smooch him. Yeah, but normally it's like, just one thing, we're changing the script. We want like the script to be this way now, and you're like, well,
We changed our brand colors and logo.
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've had that before too, where it's like that they've changed screens in the product. Like if it's like an app or something, they're just like, oh, we no longer have this screen. It's not necessary or some shit. It's like, that's the app. Or you've worked on you've got a stock song and then like edited this song to make it fit perfectly and end in the right time or some shit.
God, just one. We needed just a second here between this thing. It's like, oh,
Dude, do you know how long a second is in animation?
you didn't pay for the fucking composer. This is it.
I know you did this just for the Kazas.
Love Me, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Dayman and Nightman. It's a relevant thing if you watched it. My comp, optical flare and vignette. This is quite legit. I think this is more like anytime, you feel like you need to make something like look extra interesting and you just use the same fucking techniques again and again. Like optical flare can be replaced with optical compensation for us because you're just like, I need to feel really like it's stretching into the camera.
That's
I'll
very true.
just chuck in some compensation. Should be good.
Optics conversation was like a revelation to me.
Yeah. It's like a bulge, but better.
I don't know. The projects I usually work on are usually just like the vector based. So I never really use this sort of stuff, but I need to.
Mate, I've gone through some vignettes in my time.
I don't think I've ever dropped a vignette on anything.
Drop a vignette on this. Well, this was fun. Let's do it again sometime. What do you think?
Hit that subscribe button. Check out some of our videos. Thank you.
Do it. All right. Donkey Kong clap, as we always end it. All right. Arr!